Cities, these vibrant hubs of human endeavor, have always been magnets, drawing us in with promises of opportunity and connection. But as populations swelled and industries boomed, a fundamental truth emerged: cities couldn't contain us forever. The sheer pressure of growth, the yearning for space and fresh air, inevitably pushed beyond their traditional boundaries. This wasn't just random sprawl, it was a deliberate, often orchestrated expansion, reshaping landscapes and lives with astonishing speed. Prepare to discover how our pursuit of the ideal home redefined the very concept of urban living. Before the automobile, the streetcar was the unsung hero of urban expansion. Imagine, suddenly you weren't limited to living within walking distance of your job or the market. Electric streetcar lines, radiating out from city centers like spokes on a wheel, created entirely new communities. Developers quickly followed, building homes along these convenient routes, transforming rural fringes into bustling streetcar suburbs. This revolutionary infrastructure allowed cities to stretch their limbs, fostering the first truly widespread commuter culture. It was an exciting leap forward. The end of World War II unleashed an unprecedented demand for housing in America. Millions of returning servicemen and their families, eager to settle down and start their lives, faced a critical shortage. Cities, already dense, simply couldn't absorb everyone. This immense demographic shift became a powerful catalyst, driving urban expansion like never before. Families yearned for space, for a yard, for a place to call their own, and this collective dream ignited an incredible building frenzy on the outskirts of metropolitan areas. But how did so many families afford these new homes? The government played an absolutely pivotal role. The Federal Housing Administration, or FHA, and later, the GI Bill's VA loans, revolutionized homeownership. These programs offered incredibly favorable, low-interest, long-term mortgages, making a house purchase attainable for millions of ordinary Americans who previously couldn't afford a down payment. This wasn't just about financial aid, it was a direct invitation to build new lives, and new communities, beyond the crowded city cores. An incredible push. Enter the Levitt brothers. They saw the demand and pioneered a revolutionary, almost factory-like approach to home construction. Levittown, New York, became the iconic symbol of this new era. Utilizing assembler line techniques, they could build hundreds of identical, affordable homes at breathtaking speed. Picture it, bulldozers clearing vast tracts of farmland, followed by specialized crews, each performing a single task, erecting entire neighborhoods almost overnight. This mass production wasn't just efficient, it was the physical embodiment of urban expansion, creating a completely new suburban landscape. And what truly sealed the deal for suburban living? The automobile, of course. While streetcars initiated commuting, the car offered unparalleled freedom. No longer tied to a rail line, families could choose to live virtually anywhere within a reasonable driving distance of work. The car made sprawling possible, giving rise to driveways, garages, and the need for new road networks. It transformed how we moved, where we lived, and fundamentally reshaped the very fabric of urban expansion, making distant commutes not just feasible, but desirable. To support this burgeoning car culture and the ever-expanding suburbs, a colossal infrastructure project was needed, the Interstate Highway System. Initiated in the 1950s, this network of superhighways didn't just connect distant cities, it became the vital arteries feeding urban expansion. Suddenly, a commute from a far-flung suburb to a downtown office became a manageable daily reality. These massive roads literally paved the way for further development, carving up land and facilitating an incredible outward migration, forever changing the face of American geography. So, what was the irresistible allure? It was the dream, a detached single-family home, often with a spacious yard, in a quiet, tree-lined neighborhood. It promised good schools, a safe environment for children, and an escape from the perceived grime and noise of the city. The suburban dream became the aspiration for millions, representing upward mobility and a better quality of life. This powerful ideal fueled the relentless engine of urban expansion, shaping not just physical communities, but an entire cultural identity. It was truly transformative. Of course, such widespread urban expansion came with significant impacts, both intended and unintended. Environmentally, vast tracts of natural land were converted into housing and commercial zones, increasing impermeable surfaces and altering local ecosystems. Socially, the outward migration often led to demographic shifts within cities, challenging existing infrastructure and public services. Yet, the story doesn't end there. Suburbs themselves have continuously evolved, becoming denser, more diverse, and often developing their own vibrant commercial centers, blurring the lines between city and suburb. Today, the dynamic between cities and their expanding fringes continues to evolve in fascinating ways. We're seeing trends like urban infill, where cities redevelop existing areas, and new urbanism, which aims to create walkable, mixed-use communities within or at the edge of existing expansion. But the fundamental drive for space, affordability, and quality of life endures. The rise of suburbia is more than just a historical phenomenon, it's an ongoing, complex narrative of human aspiration, technological innovation, and our relentless reshaping of the landscape. What an incredible journey!